Hello, I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two old ladies who need help crossing the street. And this is From Our Perspective. Welcome to the 22nd episode of From Our Perspective.
2-2.
Yep, 2-2. Take two.
That's a funny joke.
Take two. Let's just tell them. Let's just open up wide. Let's be an open book. We
pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the 10 minutes we previously recorded.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's funny though. It's fun. Sometimes we're not funny, and we want to try again. But there's no problem with that. We want to give you all.
Hold on. Sometimes we're not funny.
Sorry. Let me. Let's rephrase. All the times we're not funny.
We wish we could start over.
We wish we could start over every time, but now we're 22 episodes in, and I think it's too long legally to rebrand a second time.
Exactly.
Regardless, welcome. We want to give you all the best listening time experience thing. So eloquent. We're floundering again. Let's take it from
You're
the top.
Fine. Do you have anything?
I don't. No, I'm kidding. So I needed to find something for us to kind of kick off the podcast before we jump in. So I just went. I walked my happy little ass down to riddles.com.
Okay.
I found funny riddles.
Okay.
And let me tell you, they're funny.
Hit me with a riddle then.
They're funny. Why couldn't Gold... These are more jokes. They're not really...
Okay, well, it's fine.
Why couldn't Goldilocks sleep, Sam?
I don't know, Trace. Why?
Because of night bears. That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what's another one? Give me another one.
Let's see. What's another one? What do you call it when your parachute doesn't open?
Death.
Jumping to a conclusion. That's just kind of fucked up.
That is a little fucked up.
That's a little messy right there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Have
you ever like really laughed at like those long setup jokes? Like, you know, like where they're like, and then there's a guy and he's walking down the road and then this thing happens and then another thing and then it takes like 10 minutes to tell and then it's like,
I've got one.
A pineapple.
I've got one for you.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Okay, so it's one of these...
I'm sure this will be riveting.
It's one of these blonde jokes, like, you know, when they were popular where it's like, oh, it's funny because they're stupid. Okay. So this blonde woman walks into an electronics store, and she walks up to a cashier, and she says, "Hey, can I buy that TV up there?" And he says, "I'm sorry, we don't sell things to blonde women." And she gets all mad, she gets all huffy and puffy, and she's like, "Well, fine," and then she leaves. Okay. So she goes home and she dyes her hair brown, and she comes back and she's got on different clothes, she's got on glasses, she's trying to make herself look different. Yeah. She walks up to the same cashier and she says, "Hey, can I buy that TV up there?" And he says, "I told you yesterday, we do not sell to blonde women." And she's like, "How did you know?" And she's like, "Never mind," and she storms out.
Okay. All
right, so she goes home, and she dyes her hair red, puts on a new outfit, and everything like that. And she walks up to the cashier, and she looks at him, and she says, "How much is that TV up there?" And he says, "Ma'am, you've come in the past 2 days. I'm going to tell you that we do not sell to blonde women." And she says, "Fine, whatever, but I have one question for you."
I think I know where this is going.
"I have one question for you." And he says, "Yes, ma'am." And she goes, "How did you know it was me each day?" And he says, "Well, first of all, ma'am, that's a microwave, not a TV." That's a good one, right?
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
I caught on a little bit before. I didn't know exactly what the product was going to be, but I knew it wasn't a TV.
and he says, because I hate blonde women.
Because this isn't a store. This is my home. Please leave.
Get out of my house.
Get out of my house.
He would be very nonchalant if she was breaking and entering each night. I'm sorry we don't sell things.
This is my home.
I was really tempted to just keep going, keep the joke going.
And then she dyes her hair black. And then she blue, and then green.
And then silver. I was really tempted to do that, but I thought that probably wouldn't be good listening.
Yeah, I think we'd have to do a take 3 on that.
I almost spat my drink. Okay, let's do like 1 or 2 more riddles.
Oh God, more jokes.
Yeah.
Is there an actual riddle there? Like a real one? Like what has 4 legs when it's young, and then 2, and then 3?
What has 4 legs when it's a baby, 2 legs when it's an adult, and 3 legs when it's an old man with a cane?
That's like the stupid Sphinx who got kicked out of Sphinx school. He's like, he doesn't know quite how to do it. Yeah. And then the traveler's like, what is the riddle here? I don't know what I'm supposed to say to this.
You've explained it. So I just clicked to classic riddles instead of funny riddles.
Okay.
And I found a riddle that was already on funny riddles, so I guess this is a classic riddle as well.
It's a classic funny riddle.
It's classic funny. If 2 snakes marry, what will their towels say?
I don't know.
His and hers. Don't you like that one?
No.
Don't you like it?
That's not a riddle.
Yeah, it is, dude.
No, that's a joke.
It's a riddle.
It's a classic funny riddle.
Okay.
Okay, believe it or not, folks, this isn't the topic for today. I just want to clear that up.
There's got to be one. Okay. I gotta find one like classic riddle that's gonna get you. Okay, if you put roast in a roaster, what do you put in a toaster?
Bread.
Shut up! Get out of this podcast. Shut your mouth.
I stopped. I stopped myself, and I took a second, and I thought.
Okay. I went into the woods and got it. I sat down to seek it. I brought it home with me because I couldn't find it. What is it?
Cocaine.
Whoa. What woods are you going into? I think I might take a visit.
The cool ones.
The cool. You just walk up to this forest and they have big sunglasses that span the entire forest.
Yeah.
And it's like smoking a really big cigarette, and it's like, hey kid, you want some cocaine?
I'm like, I seeked it and I sat down and got it or whatever. What was the riddle again? I want to actually answer.
Okay, I went into the woods and got it. I sat down to seek it. I brought it home with me because I couldn't find it. What is it? I don't think this one makes very much sense.
Was it like nothing? Is it nothing?
It's a really really cool stick I found when I was 6 years old.
A neat stick.
A neat stick that I took home and acted like I was a wizard with.
Herpes.
Damn, what these
know.
cool woods that you keep going into? I think it might be a bad influence on you. The answer is a splinter. You go into the woods to get the splinter.
I mean, hold on. Do you go into a woods like, I'm looking to get a splinter?
Guys, I need a splinter. Guys, you just start yelling. You start yelling in the middle of like all of the trees. You're just like, I need a splinter.
Yelling in my cool woods.
in your cool woods, and it's like, hey man,
I don't got splinters, but
I don't got splinters, but I have methamphetamines. Okay, a box without hinges, key, or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. What am I?
One more time.
A box without hinges, keys, or a lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. What am I?
A safe. No, that has hinges.
That has hinges. Also keys, maybe.
And locks.
Yep.
And a lid.
Mm-hmm. And yep. Don't really think
book.
of it as being a box shape.
Oh. I just said a book.
Yeah, don't think of it as being that because it says a box and it's not a box.
Knowledge is golden.
That's true. You know what? Well, my diary that I keep with me has a key to get in because I don't want anyone reading it while I'm not around.
Is it like fuzzy?
Yeah, it's fuzzy pink. It's got a big old keyhole on it. It says,
read.
Yeah, it says, do not read Trace's diary. No boys allowed. I actually haven't written anything into it because I'm a boy. I'm not allowed.
Yeah, it's too bad.
All right. What is it?
All right. I don't know. Can you just tell me?
An egg. It's an egg. It's an egg.
It said box, though. That's bullshit.
A box without hinges, keys, or lid, yet golden treasure inside is it.
No. An egg is in a box.
I know. That's why I told you.
I'm not budging on this. This is a dumb riddle, and I hate it.
What animal? This is the last one. What animal has no wings but yet will fly?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, you're right.
I don't know.
I also don't know. No, it's a caterpillar. Because caterpillar has no wings, but in time it will grow wings and fly.
I was gonna say like an animal that you throw, but that seemed inhumane. So,
what animals are you throwing, Sam?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's like wrong to say. I was gonna a hamster. I don't know.
A hamster that I just tucked into my backyard.
I mean, a hamster if I throw it out the window. But I don't think that's what the riddle's looking for.
All right. Well, let's stop reading these dumb riddles because they're actually bad.
Yes.
And let's go into the topic. You're taking the reins on this one this week. So
I am.
So what are we gonna talk about, big boy?
We're talking about archaic words.
Okay. Is that like the type of paint that you use? Like
no, that's acrylic.
Okay.
Close.
Okay. I don't know any other words that sound similar to archaic. I was gonna try to keep going with that, but
archaic is like old words. Or archaic means old, so archaic words would be old words.
I mean,
words we don't use anymore, really.
You could possibly say that archaic in itself is archaic.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's
see, like the modern version of archaic words would be dead memes.
Dead memes, like I dabbed and then YOLO'd my way to go plank by the river.
Is river an old meme?
I don't know, Sam. I'm young, but I'm not in touch with that culture.
With the youth,
I'm not in touch with the youth.
As soon as you leave high school, you're immediately out of touch. I hope you know that.
You forget everything. You forget everything about that culture that you learned.
Yeah. No, it changes so quickly that it just seems like completely different.
It really does. In a year, you could be talking about one thing, and then by the time that year, maybe not in like a couple of months, that word is like everyone like cringes when you use it.
Yeah.
Like YOLO is so big, but now when someone actually says YOLO, I'm just like, stop it.
Yeah,
Get
like Vine was around when I was in high school.
And now it's not. And that was only, like 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
But I've got some archaic words pulled up on lexicon.com, which is powered by Oxford. So that's how you know.
Of course, it's official.
It's official. It's got the official Oxford seal.
As soon as our podcast is powered by Oxford, you'll know that we're really making it.
Sponsored by Oxford. For great Cocaine Woods content.
Yep, sponsored by dictionaries. Anyway, why don't you start telling me about archaic... Oh. You know what we should do? We should try to see which ones we should bring back in style.
Yes, I agree. Let's bring them back like apothecary.
Okay.
A person who prepared and sold medicine.
Yeah. I know that one from Romeo and Juliet because that's where Romeo that is where Romeo goes to get his poison so he can kill himself.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So the I keep wanting to say the apothecary.
The apothecary.
The apothecary. I'm sorry that I'm an idiot.
Sylvester the cat from Looney Tunes. The apothecary. Suffering succotash.
I'm sorry, okay?
I'm sorry.
I hate you. I hate you.
I'm sorry.
I mean, betimes, am I right?
Am I right?
Betimes.
Okay.
Betimes means in good times.
Okay, but
no,
you are right. Then.
Sorry. Added an S changes the meaning entirely. In good time or early. So that would mean like, I'll get it done soon, I guess.
So okay, let's. I guess let's use this in a situation. I'll be your boss.
Okay.
And you'll be the employee, and you try to fit that word in. Okay.
I'll have that report in betimes.
I didn't even get to
See,
ask you. I didn't even.
Though. I'm on top of it. I'm a good employee.
Okay, whatever. You know what? You're fired, Sam. You're fired.
No, but I'm always betimes to work.
I don't care anymore. You using your big words, your archaic big words that no one uses anymore, is getting on my nerves.
You know what? I think you're bootless.
What did you just say to me?
You're bootless.
How dare you?
Also meaning ineffectual or useless.
Jeez, Lou.
Now I do know that boot is like reward, so it'd be rewardless.
Oh, like when pirates say booty.
Yeah, that's like your reward.
Okay, so that makes sense.
We're learning things here.
We're learning things. You learn something new every day. Especially with
clue.
Clue. Wait, what?
Like clue, like CLEW.
Oh, okay.
Which is a ball of thread.
Oh, I have a clue of thread. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you wouldn't even. That's like when people say ATM machine. You're basically saying machine. So you're basically when I just said I have a clue of thread, I just said I have a ball of thread.
Thread. Exactly. I have a ball of thread.
Yep.
I would like to put bootless in the running for things that need to come back.
Okay, let me.
Because that'd be fun. Are you gonna get a piece of paper?
I got a piece of paper. Let me grab a pen real quick. Okay.
Here, I have a pencil.
We're not in the same room. All right.
Okay.
All right, I got one.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, so add bootless.
Bootless. Okay. All right. What's the next word?
I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
It's not like it's a podcast or anything.
Yeah,
right?
It's not like that. We have to talk.
You can cut the spaces.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just leave silence in. I'll leave like a good 15 seconds of silence in, so people think that their computers or their phones have stopped working. I always hate it. I always hate it when podcasts I listen to do that, where they'll leave in too much silence, and I'm just like, what is happening?
How about a dot?
A dot?
You know, it's very applicable to modern times.
Okay.
It's a dowry from which only the interest or annual income was available to the husband. You know that's like a thing that happens a lot nowadays, right?
So is it just a dowry?
No, it's a dowry from which only.
Okay, smart ass.
It only goes to the husband, I guess.
When does it? I thought that was the whole thing. That you marry?
I know.
Rich...
I don't know.
Who knows? I think this is the other thing we should do. We should try to use some of these words in sentences or scenarios, I guess.
Okay.
Not that one, because I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. So maybe estate.
Estate.
A particular state, period, or condition in life.
And that's estate like ESTATE?
Yes.
Okay. So just like a period, like a time?
So I'm at the estate in my life where I feel directionless.
Jeez. Okay. We can stop rolling if you need to talk.
That's an example. That's an example.
If you need to talk, we can stop real quick.
My direction is to the archaic words that start with F. So let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, fizzgig. That's great.
I don't even need to know what it means. I'm putting it on the list.
A silly or flirtatious young woman.
Okay. Okay.
You're out at the club.
We're out at the club. You give me my role, and then you give yourself a role, and then let's make a little scene real quick.
All right, I'll be the lady. You be the you. Just be you. Just be Trace.
Okay. I'm Trace. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna be like doing the body wave to the electronic dance music. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, you wonderful lady?"
And then she's like, "Oh, stop."
You're such a fizzgig, am I right?
Excuse me?
I said you're a fizzgig, bitch.
Jeez, is this how you act to women?
Not in a long time. I've grown and matured.
There's another one relating to women.
Okay.
A fishwife.
Now, what does that even mean?
A woman who sells fish.
Okay, well that makes sense. It's very
it does.
self-explanatory.
Yeah. So I mean, not all of them are like fizzgig.
Not all words can be as good as fizzgig.
That's right.
All right. What's another good one?
Hither. I mean, that's a pretty common one.
Come hither.
Two or towards this place.
Come hither.
Come hither.
It's like anytime a squire says anything.
Ooh, the king requires you to come hither.
I don't know what that voice is.
I don't know.
Ooh, it is me.
The goblin.
In sooth, I don't know.
In sooth, okay. Now that's a big word that I don't know what it means.
It's actually, and it's 2 words.
Okay. Well,
so in sooth
means actually.
Means actually.
Okay. That's
in sooth, I don't know what that means.
In sooth, I don't know what that means. That's not a bad one. I don't want to bring it back because it's not very funny.
What about Izard?
Okay, now you got my interest.
Izard.
Peaked.
I don't know what this means when they say the letter Z. I don't know if it means that people used to say Izard instead of saying Z.
Yeah, XY Izard.
Yeah.
You know the last letter of the alphabet, Izard.
XY Izard. That's weird though. I don't know if it means, or does it mean referring to the letter Z?
Now I don't even know what you mean by that.
I don't know what that means either. So we're just.
I think it's like how British people say Z. That's probably where that came from.
Izard, maybe.
That's
maybe.
Weird. That's such a weird word. Okay.
A kickshaw. This has to come back.
A kickshaw.
A kickshaw is a fancy but insubstantial cooked dish.
So it's a kickshaw, or is it a kickshaw?
Like the word is kickshaw.
Okay, kickshaw. All right, kickshaw. I like that one. So a fancy but
insubstantial cooked dish. So like you go to a fancy restaurant, and they give you like that little tiny.
Oh, little portions. Yeah.
And it's like, what a kickshaw.
What a kickshaw. Am I right, boys? And they're like, what the fuck did you just say?
What are you saying? We don't know these words.
Sam, are you having a stroke? Nah, I'm just looking to find some fizzgigs.
I'm out here looking for fizzgigs and kickshaw.
Hopefully I don't go home bootless.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that the goal, to make a whole sentence containing nothing but these words?
We can totally do that.
Loathly or repulsive. I mean, we still use loathe.
It's I loathe it.
A version of loathe.
I just want to know, I guess, I don't know. I want to know who's like the council on making these words not exist anymore.
Well, there's not a council, Trace. People just stop using them.
But like, I just feel like because there are some of these words that are like you said, loathe, we still use. Like who was the head honcho in charge when we were just like, let's just shorten that word and use it the same. Yeah.
And they were like, well, let's stop saying loathly and start saying repulsive instead.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't. The concept of language baffles me from time to time because it's weird that people were just like. Because when you think of something, like, of course, when you see a door, you think it's a door, but like you're like, if one thing was different in the past, the door could be called a fizzgig, and we'd all refer to it as We probably refer to it as like
there's so many things like that freak me out. Like the do you see the same color as me?
Yeah, that's on that was, and no one will ever be able to know that.
Or like the fact of if the grass was like red outside, and it was just like that forever, we wouldn't have any problem with that, and that's just the way it would be.
Yeah, like if like me and you will always say like, what if you woke up tomorrow and then we change one minor detail in the universe.
Yeah. Like Steak and Shake was instead Shake and Steak. How long would it take you to notice also?
A shake and steak. So let's go to the shake and steak instead of the steak and shake.
Yeah.
It's like the Mandela effect, but like proven if that would ever happen.
What if it was real?
That's like
basically we're asking what if it was real.
So that's what people who actually believe in the Mandela effect think is like they're like, is my life a lie?
I say that would be terrifying.
Yeah, just imagine if you were so passionate about it being the Berenstein Bears. And then you wake up tomorrow and you're just like, everyone's saying Berenstain. And you're just like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how we got on that topic, but anyway.
I don't know, but it's great.
It is great.
Numbles?
Dude, what?
I don't think this one should come back.
You can't just come back with numbles.
I don't think we should bring this one back, though.
Wow, what's it mean?
Deer's entrails as food.
Oh! It sounded so pleasant.
No. Yeah.
And then it's
not.
Deer guts being eaten.
Yeah, terrible.
Can we try to give that one a different meaning?
What, numbles?
Yeah.
What if we just take one of the other ones?
Like, what do you mean?
A bovine animal or animals. That's what a numbles means now.
So what? Numbles are just cows?
Just be a bunch of cows. Numbles.
Okay. Numbles are now cows. You heard it here
neat
first.
Also means that. So
a neat?
A neat. A neat and numble now means the same thing because we're going to confuse people.
Yeah, that's fine. No, let's make it neat mean deer entrails.
That's pretty neat.
That's some good neat right there. Because it sounds like meat, but like one off.
Yeah, so there's also on here meat could refer to food of any kind. So you're like eating some corn and you're like, this is some great meat.
You're eating a big French baguette and you're just like, I love
tasty meat.
I love meat.
I love this meat.
How many bad looks do you think you would get if you ever did that? How many people in whatever restaurant or whatever store you bought that baguette from would just like attack you physically because you just said something so ridiculously dumb?
I think at least one.
At least one, because if I was there,
one.
I would be that one. This is some good meat. What the fuck did you just say, buddy?
Okay, what about orts?
Orts.
Okay,
let me try to guess what that means.
Okay, that's another good game we can play.
Okay, orts. I keep thinking of like porridge.
No.
Okay, orts is probably like a really cool stick you found once that you took home with you.
Damn it! How did you guess that?
I'm just good.
It's scraps or remains.
What is all of this shit about remains and intestines?
Well, not like remains like dead things. I guess it could, but I think it means like remains like what's left.
Orts.
A
lot of these words
I ate some pizza and there were a bunch of orts all over the plate.
There were
orts
there was a lot of orts. Okay, what's another good one?
A peeler. You could use this. Is a police officer.
Okay. So I would call my brother.
You come from a peeler family.
I come from a peeler family. Yeah, that's totally correct.
From a long line of peelers.
I come from I'm going to do another voice for some reason that I don't know where it comes from.
That's your archaic word voice.
Long line of peelers. It sounds like a goblin that like sneaks into your home and like peels all your bananas but doesn't eat any of them. And just kind of leaves everything on the counter. But if you're craving a bunch of bananas in the morning, then that's a good thing. A peeler's a good thing, and I come from a long line of them.
That's right. You're a goblin.
I'm a little goblin man who peels your bananas and other fruits.
Okay. How about a popinjay?
See, I'm always scared with these archaic words because I feel like some of them could end up like in a weird way being like racist or some kind of like any kind of slur, and it scares me.
Some sort of offensive thing.
Yeah, just any offensive thing. Like someone from like we're gonna get our first listener from Australia, and they're like, "You fucking called me." Did they just
say popinjay?
Are you kidding me? And then we get banned in Australia. What's a popinjay, Sam?
A popinjay's a parrot.
Oh, yeah, Australians would hate that. Australians notoriously hate parrots.
There's also a poltroon, which is an utter coward. A poltroon.
It's a what?
So somebody who's a coward.
Okay. You said an utter coward, and I didn't hear the
the coward too well. Oh,
I heard you say utter cow, and I was like, is there a different type of cow? It's utterly a cow.
It's utterly a cow. Purfle. Yeah, tell me what purfle means.
So it makes me think of superfluous. Superfluous. What's that word?
Okay. Superfluous? I don't know how to pronounce words.
What do I look like? Some kind of smart guy? So it makes me think of like something good. So like maybe like a guy who's really good at doing kickflips on a skateboard.
No, it doesn't mean that.
Okay, what does it mean?
I mean, it could. You could just start calling people who do that purfles.
That's basically all language is you just start calling something, and it doesn't matter if it already has a name. People will just eventually.
Let's be new Shakespeare's.
Yeah.
Let's just start coining words. Like Dinglehopper. How
that's a thing. That's a thing.
Mermaid. I know. That's what I'm saying. They did it in Little Mermaid.
All right, you keep going down this list, or tell me what a purfle is real quick.
An ornamental or embroidered edge of a garment. So like frilly.
Okay.
Like frilly things on the.
So I have a purple shirt. Prithee, I prithee you. I don't really know what the meaning is, but I've heard it used before in like Shakespeare. Please, okay.
So, bitch prithee.
Bitch prithee. Oh God.
Fizzgig prithee. Am I right?
Fizzgig prithee. We're gonna start sounding like we're from the like 18 or like the 1600s here soon. I'm gonna try to create a couple of words while you keep going down this list, and I want to see if I can get you to guess these archaic words.
Rack.
My archaic words.
How do you like the word rack? Do you know
Makes
what
me
rack
think
means?
of. I mean, it's used today. I mean, you can think of it as a clothing rack. Some people use it to mean boobies.
It means a cloud.
A rack. That's a nice rack up there.
It says of a cloud be driven by the wind. So like, I guess like wispy clouds. I don't know.
Okay. What's the next good word?
Reeve, carry out a plundering raid.
Reeve?
So like I'm gonna reeve the pantry.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
Okay.
Rover. It's
So,
not
like,
a dog.
Okay. The things that are on Mars.
It's a pirate.
Oh, okay.
So if
That's a neat
we
name.
just sent the Mars rover. Does that mean we sent a Mars pirate?
I just imagine like. Not even like in like the old timey pirates. I just imagine we sent like this Somalian pirate to Mars. And it's just like, just send us some pictures.
He is the captain now.
Yeah, we send this Somali pirate up to Mars with a spacesuit and like
one of those disposable.
Yeah,
cameras.
a Kodak camera, and we're just like, take some pictures for us while you're up there. And he doesn't speak English, so he doesn't know what we're requesting. But now he's on Mars.
Now he's on Mars. And now we've lost contact with him, if I'm understanding correctly.
Because we totally forgot to send him up there with food or anything like that.
A scrag.
Do what?
Scrag.
A scrag, okay. What is that?
Grab somebody by the scrag, that'd be their neck. It sounds much more sexual.
I just...
A grab you by the scrag.
I found this fizzgig, and we scragged all night long.
We necked.
Which
I think means something. Doesn't that mean something?
I feel like it does.
I'm gonna check.
Necked all night long.
That
probably means like
that should be...
Means like probably like kissing each other's necks. If I just made
Probably.
If I just if I just made like a real sentence, I'm gonna be surprised.
Neck, meaning.
Look it up on.
I'm just gonna look this up real quick.
Well, look it up on like Urban Dictionary.
Okay. Nope, not reading that.
Oh, I can only imagine what it means.
No, I'm not gonna say it here.
Ooh.
It's not that bad. It's just it is a sex act.
Okay. Yeah, then I totally made the...
It's a blowjob.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we necked on...
okay.
I'm done saying that.
Yeah, don't say that anymore.
Okay.
I guess Urban Dictionary is like the modern archaic words.
Okay. That's... Yeah, it really is, because you find words such as Cleveland Steamer.
Don't look that up. Mom?
Look that up. Lisa, I'm talking to you specifically right now. Please. Don't look it up. I don't want you to look at me differently anymore. Okay.
A scold
Like scolding
is a woman who, I guess so, is a woman who nags or grumbles constantly.
That just sounds mean.
You're such a scold.
You're such a scold, Sam.
How dare you call me that?
I fucking dare you, dude. Okay.
Dare you?
Any more words?
Troth. No, wait, truck.
Truck?
Yeah, truck.
Okay. Well, of course, you know what I think that means.
Your Ford pickup.
Yeah, my Ford pickup that I drive everywhere.
An exchange or transaction is what a truck means.
Okay. So, just like a deal.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not... I mean, I don't understand, but
now,
whatever.
Here's a big one that everybody needs to understand. Wherefore?
Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
What does it mean, Trace?
Where are you?
No.
Okay. Well, fuck you then,
It
buddy.
means for what reason?
For what
why?
reason, Romeo?
Why? And she is asking, why are you Romeo? Why is your name Romeo? Why do you have to be the other family that I always mix them up?
Yeah, I know that. I know the meaning for that monologue. I just... Okay. Wherefore...
She's not like laying out on her balcony being like, God, I met that cute guy at that party. Where is he?
Where?
Usually they just come running to my balcony.
Wherefore art thou? Okay. I always love like understanding a Shakespeare line, like
Isn't
the
it
meaning.
beautiful?
It really makes you enjoy Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I think let's bring back Wherefore.
Wherefore are you so stupid? For what reason are you so stupid?
What are you doing to me? Why are you being mean?
White goods.
I don't want to touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
Domestic linen.
I
What that means?
still don't want to touch that one. That sounds so
Okay.
bad.
Okay. Want.
Want?
WONT.
I think that's won't.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
As I'm wont to do.
Oh, is that what people say?
Yeah.
I always thought they said as I'm one to do.
As I want to do, like they want to do something.
No, like one, as I'm one to do.
No, it's wont.
Okay, what does that word mean?
Accustomed. As I'm accustomed to doing.
Okay, I mean, as I'm one to
We're
do
learning.
also
We're learning
works.
things now.
Yeah.
Let's get something that's less helpful, like a wool stapler.
Is that the word or the definition? Am I trying to guess the word now?
No, that's the word.
I would imagine it's someone who staples wool.
It's a dealer in wool. You were close.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. So a stapler is like a dealer. So I've got my drug stapler on speed dial.
He's in my woods right now.
He's in my woods right now. I've got some words that I want to throw your way to see if you like them.
Yay
Yay.
would be
Happy. Good time. Hello. Welcome.
You're thinking the wrong spelling. Y-E-A.
Oh, Y-E-A. That's what I send when I'm trying to say yeah, but I'm too lazy to type an H.
Well, that's correct. It's yes.
Oh.
Yay.
Yay. I've made up some words that I think we could pass as archaic.
Well, okay, one more.
Okay, one more.
We're going to hit Z. Zounds.
Zounds?
Yes.
Zounds, probably something like a multitude.
An expression of surprise or indignation. So, zounds! I can't believe it.
Zoinks.
Zoinks. Jinkies.
Jinkies. Okay.
Okay, you got some words.
I got some words. I don't have a meaning for them yet, but I have the words themselves. The first word is Borbo.
Borbo.
Yep.
What could Borbo mean? Let's give Borbo a meaning.
When you think of Borbo, what do you think of?
Your drug woods. I'm just kidding. Let's not call that.
Yeah, I think I keep thinking of like an animal, but I don't know what animal it'd like work as.
Any animal that has more than 4 legs
is a Borbo.
Yeah. So like spiders, they're Borbos.
They're Borbos.
Praying mantises,
that.
Borbos.
I like that.
Okay, there we go.
Animals plus 4 legs. Okay.
So
Next
like
one is crabs are a Borbo. Animals or humans are not Borbos, sadly.
No, they're not.
Okay, I got another good one. Ramby snatch.
Ramby snatch.
Yeah, Ramby snatch.
The snatch part is really getting me.
Ramby dirty birdie. You dirty birdie.
I'm sorry.
Ramby
I guess
snatch.
it's just one of those episodes, am I right?
It is. It's like, okay, Ramby snatch. It's like that feeling you get when... Okay. Ramby snatch is the feeling that you get when you say a joke, but then someone else says it louder, and everyone laughs at the person who said it louder.
Or is that the person that does it?
Yeah, it's the person who says the joke louder.
Snatch.
They're a Ramby snatch. Perfect. Yes. That's a good one, because they snatched that opportunity from you. Last word I got. Last word I got is tangle guard.
Tangle guard.
Tangle guard.
Guard. Somebody who guards your tangle.
Yeah, you know, your tangle guard.
You know, your tangle.
Tangle guard. When I think of like a... I just think of you know those things in like 80s movies where the protagonist always climbs up to see his girlfriend on the second story, like those white picket things.
Yeah, lattice.
Yeah, I feel like tangle guard's probably a better word.
I think so too.
Yep.
You could also tangle guard could be like a new product that like keeps your like headphones from tangling.
Oh, a tangle
new
guard.
Tangle guard.
Okay. I mean, I know that there's like it could also be hairspray, because there's hairspray that keeps your hair from getting all tangled up.
Trademarked.
If
just
anyone...
in advance. We own the word tangle guard.
Okay. Yeah, those are some good ones.
All right. So that's... Well, did you write down some of our archaic words that we'd like to bring back?
I've got 4 of them.
Okay, what were they?
Bootless.
Bootless.
Fizzgig.
Fizzgig, perfect.
Kickshaw. And Wherefore. Okay.
Those are great. Everybody just start using those.
Okay. Wherefore did that Fizzgig leave me at the fancy diner where I only had a kickshaw of food. She left me brokenhearted and bootless. There you go. I just did it.
There we go.
I did it.
There you go.
That was perfect.
Why did she leave me? All I had was a little bit of food, but it was pretty fancy, and I didn't get anything from it.
That was perfect. That was a good sentence.
Perfect.
It's a bit of a run-on, but it's pretty good.
It's fine. It was also improvised, so.
It was also improvised. I'm surprised I even got that far.
Yeah.
Today in history.
Yeah. What happened today?
What happened today? I'll tell you what happened today in 1901.
Okay.
The first exhibition by Pablo Picasso at age 19 opened in Paris.
19. God.
He was 19 years old. Luckily, I'm not 19 yet, so I don't have to feel sorry for myself.
Thanks, Trace.
No, trust me, there are plenty of people who are younger than me. When I see them who are famous, I'm just like, I can't imagine being that talented. So, it's crazy.
Don't get too
yeah.
down on yourself.
Well,
that's my responsibility.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
you
my
have
job.
to be.
Don't
You
take
have
it.
to get too down on myself. Anyway, so Pablo Picasso is the. I guess would he be considered like the father of abstract art?
I know he did Cubism. I know that was one of his major things, and there was another guy that started it with him. I took an art history class.
I just, yeah, I feel like he was just kind of like the first guy, especially because it was in 1901, to just be like, hell yeah, I'm just gonna like draw a face and it's gonna be crazy.
I mean, that is certainly when abstract art started coming to its own, because there was Impressionism kind of before that, which was kind of like getting away from photorealism. They were like, well, what if we just kind of like try to express like a feeling? What if we just get the feeling of it?
What if we get the feeling?
I could be wrong. Romanticism comes in somewhere, and I don't know exactly where.
It's all good. I'm completely lost, so it's all good.
It's fun. Pablo Picasso, he's got some cool stuff. Cubism, look it up. It's actually some cool art.
Okay.
I wish it'd come back in style.
Okay. Well, I'll probably look it up after the podcast.
It's very angular.
It's very cubey.
It's cool. Cubey, hence the name.
Yeah. One thing.
Also, Pablo Picasso sounds like kind of like a superhero name.
Like an alter ego.
Yeah.
Like Peter Parker.
And then he turns into Cube Man.
Cube Man. I have the power of cubes. I don't know what that means, but he sure has it.
And he controls eggs too, which is confusing.
Yeah, because they're boxes.
They're apparently boxes.
Yeah. One thing about Pablo Picasso that is little known is that when he was doing all that abstract face stuff, what he would do beforehand is he would like actually on a human person's face move their features around so he could kind of get a good feel for what he wanted to paint.
Those were real portraits.
Yeah, those were portraits of people.
They were very photorealistic.
Yeah, it's like people don't realize that in the 1900s people could move their facial features around. Maybe not like early 1900s.
Evolution's pretty crazy. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. So
an old adaptation.
Yeah, we forget that we can do that, or that we could do that. So everyone's like, "Oh, he was so abstract," but in reality, he was just
That's just how people looked.
Yeah, he was just a photorealistic painter.
Yeah.
All right.
That wasn't true.
That's not true. I'm sorry that I lied to you guys.
Nobody even believed that.
I'm sorry I even lied to you. I think your lie with the whole him being Cube Man is pretty good, so unless you want to take a second stab at it, I think we could move on.
I think we can.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so in Sam's Holiday Corner.
Yep. Welcome.
It is June 24th. And it is Celebration of the Senses Day.
Everyone has them. Most of them, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. A lot of people have them.
You stepped in it.
I'm sorry. A lot of people have them.
Let's celebrate.
And the ones that you have are great, and let's celebrate them all.
Yes.
So I would imagine.
Anyways,
I would imagine it's talking about.
Thank you for bringing this energy to this holiday.
I'm sorry. I would imagine it's talking about like the senses that people say 5 senses, but we have more.
Yeah, like
sense of time, sense of balance, sense of I don't know.
Spider
There's
senses.
a lot. Spider senses. The sixth
Spider-Man.
sense.
I see dead people.
I see dead people.
It's
anyway,
a good movie.
That is a good movie. I saw that for the first time a while ago.
I saw that for the first time like a month ago.
Yeah, I saw it,
and I knew the spoiler,
but it doesn't.
But
change
it was like so much more interesting because you were like, oh,
you get to
like he walks in the room and like he's sitting there and the mom's sitting there and they're not talking, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, the only thing I wish is to just be able to not have known the spoiler first, and then to have been able to rewatch it to understand everything. Because I feel like that first realization where you're just like, he's dead, makes it...
Spoiler
alert. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that gets spoiled.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway,
I don't know how we got onto that with senses. Go sniff some stuff, I guess. Smell the flowers. Stop and smell the roses.
Stop and smell the roses. If you can touch things, touch them.
Stare at the sun.
If you can, no, maybe not do that. If you can see things, then look at them. If you can smell things, then sniff them. If you can understand the concept of time, then sense it.
Do that. Balance.
Yeah.
Just don't fall over.
Yeah, don't fall over. Basically, if you don't fall over, you're celebrating the holiday, which
That's
is
right.
good. But
which I am want to do.
Which I am one to do. I fall over constantly.
What is wrong with you?
Oh shit!
It's not one.
See,
we went over this.
I'm sorry. I always think that it's I am one to do. Regardless.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of yourself, like sniffing something, I guess.
Yeah, even if you don't have the sense of smell, which I have friends who don't.
My dad doesn't.
Oh yeah, your dad
smell.
can't smell.
Yeah.
You should this Monday. You should just walk around the house if he's there, just sniffing things and being like, "Oh, you're really missing
so
out."
Good.
God,
so mean.
that'd be evil. Anyway, this has been From Our Perspective. Thank you all for listening. Please, if you have some friends that are looking to listen to some podcasts, suggest it. The worst thing they can do is only listen to one and never listen to another. But if you do like it, give us a review on iTunes. We post the podcast every Monday to Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and Podbean. You can find us at all of those places at From Our Perspective. We have every episode up to this one there for your listening pleasure. So if this is your first one, why don't you go back and start listening to them all, because they're all right. Sorry. I always
don't undersell us too much, Trey.
I always, you know me. I'm my humor is very self-deprecating. Regardless, thank you all for listening. If you wanna hear more from us, we have social medias. You can find us at FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter. On Facebook, you can find us at Large Lads, and on YouTube, you can find us at From Our Perspective. All of those places, we post things to keep you all updated. We post links, we post pictures, we post videos. So you can see a whole bunch of stuff from us if you would like. Other than that, we post the podcast every Monday. We will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.